Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Adam Carswell. Say hello to my little stuffed teddy, Junie. Actually, I don't know if that's a teddy or what, but anyways, guys, I want to share some special messages with you that were resonating with me throughout the day, and I had them written down on my notepad, and I was about to just kind of transfer them over. I'm like, I'll bring these ideas up in my world tomorrow, but I'm like, you know what? No, time to get the message out now. We're gonna do it. We're gonna press record. So, first thing comes to mind for me is as a lot of you may know. If not, I'll let you know now. Last week, I was at Russell Brunson's Two Comma Club Live, which was a virtual event, and there's a ton of amazing takeaways. If you go back and look through my content, you'll find plenty of evidence that I was there at this conference. But one thing that I don't think I shared, and if I did, I'm going to reiterate it, which is Myron Golden's 4 levels of value. He gave a phenomenal speech. It was at the beginning of the conference in day 1, 2. And to summarize it, basically, as I just said, there's 4 levels of value that Myron talks about. That first level is implementation. Second level, management. Third level, communication. Fourth level, imagination. Now, what does that mean? First level, implementation. That's the level at which we're talking about people creating and making a living for themselves. So if you're working on the bottom level, which is implementation, which is nothing wrong with this at all, keep this in mind. But if you're working on the implementation level, that means you're using your muscles on a daily basis, likely getting paid by the hour, and your chances of making more than $100,000 a year is a rough estimate. It's not going to go much higher than that. Next level, as I just mentioned, management, where you're managing the people using their muscles. Your average income normally is not going to exceed $150,000 annually at that level, in general. Then, once you find yourself in a communication and imagination role, that's when you really are able to create the wealth that a lot of people dream and aspire to have. And the reason why there's such a gap, because there's 99% of the world pretty much lives in those first 2 levels. The reason why there's such a gap between the first 2 levels and the next 2 levels of value is because, quite frankly, it's not taught to us how important using communication and our imagination is. We might go to school and take a communications class here or there, but it's not like the message and how important that is gets brushed under the door. And so being able to refine your skills and become a more effective communicator. I remember Myron Golden, I quoted him. So Myron, if you ever see this, here you go. He said, get good at using your mouth if you want to make a lot of money. I'm pretty sure that's the quote that he used. And it's, you got to do it. You got to practice. Do something like this. Just press record and just let it go. See what happens. But anyways, communication, you have to focus as much attention as you can on communication. And you definitely have to focus even more attention on imagination. Now, for communication, I think actually Mr. Golden used himself as an example, which was a prime example. I don't know how much he makes annually, but based on the way he communicates, he's probably doing pretty well, and all he has to do is show up and talk to create a living for himself and his family and those that he loves. So it's an ideal situation to be at, that 3rd level. And then once you can get to that 4th level, imagination, he used Steve Jobs as a common example. Clearly, Steve Jobs knew how to use his imagination. I don't think anyone listening, if you don't know who Steve Jobs is, then go look him up and you'll see what we're talking about. So other thing I wanted to hit on, so just remember, actually, before I go to the next one, focus as much attention on your communication and imagination as you possibly can. You cannot go wrong if you focus your attention on those 2 levels of the value ladder. Other takeaways that I was going to push off till tomorrow, but share with you today now. I was listening to one of Russell's podcast episodes where he interviewed his original mentor, which was a pretty big, like I felt like I struck gold when I found this interview. I saved it to my Spotify. I was listening on Spotify. I saved it to my playlist. Guys, if you want a link to this, message me in case I forget to put it in the show or the notes for this caption. But it's Russell Brunson interviewing his first ever mentor, and just so many takeaways. But his first ever mentor said the simple phrase, "You just decide you're the guru." We most of us, I should say, want to eventually become the guru. For example, I view Russell as a guru. I view Hunter Thompson as a guru. I view Michael Flight. They're all gurus in my life. They've played major roles. They've been major mentors. But myself and many of us tuned in here, if we ever want to be a guru we have to decide right now. So you know what? As of this video, I have decided that I am a guru of communication and imagination. Now it's time to grow into those shoes, but it all starts here. It all starts now. Russell Brunson's guru told him that you have to decide that you are the guru. So that's all it takes, guys. And then the last takeaway is, I think I had a really, I don't know, real, is that proper grammar? Communication skills. Just a major takeaway with the power of serving. And what I mean by that is, once you can get yourself in a position where you're waking up every day and saying, how can I serve? Plain and simple. You wake up every day and you ask, how can I serve? How can I do more? How can I give more? You're going to find yourself waking up every day just with a whole new passion and a whole new love for life. I know it sounds like cliche, guys. I know you probably heard this before. And all I got to say is, hopefully this message, hopefully this video is the final push you need to finally get that mindset if you've never felt like you've lived in it before. Wake up every day asking, how can I serve more? How can I give more? And I'm excited because I know the way that I can do this at least is by creating videos, which you guys know I love to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Russell Brunson preaches hook story offer, right? So I got you in here with the hook with the teddy bear. I just told you the story offer. As I mentioned, you know what? I should remember. I'm going to put a link to that interview with Russell Brunson and his guru. That was fantastic. And yeah, hey guys, I'm a ClickFunnels affiliate if you haven't heard me preach this yet too. So I'm going to put a link to one of my ClickFunnels freebies that I got there, and you guys go ahead and check that out. So my name is Adam Carswell of the Next Level Mastermind and many other cool things. Just go to my LinkedIn profile. You can see it all there. And I love you guys. Remember, in all you think, say, and do, take it to the next level.